Hello, alright, wonderful developers. Today let's look at the text input of our VueNative app. Thank you so much for watching these videos. My name is Kamia Simon Peter. Let's proceed without wasting time because we have a lot to learn today. Alright, so I'm going to be borrowing concepts from VueNative and React Native text input, and then we see what works and which one works how and where, and we mix it up. But I guess when you follow along, you're going to get all the concepts. All right, so let's go ahead, and this is our application. I'll put it in that corner. Then I bring back our AVD. So of course I'm using this category field because it's the largest one. So I'll do a text input dash input, and then close it with a closing tag. All right, so literally we have something there, and that something there needs at least a border. Okay, so what we can do style the component with a v-bind of a style. Okay, and we equate it to whatever we want to style. All right, so this must be in quotes, and then we expect one sort of curly brace. Great, so our text is still there. All right, but what do we want to do? First of all, we want our text to have, I think, a border. Okay, we can have, for example, a border width with a capital of maybe 12. All right, so that's it, and it has given it a big border width. But then we can also choose to have a border color of maybe, I just do colors for exaggeration, don't mind so much of how they look like, green. Okay, this is supposed to be single quotes, green. All right, so 12 is a big border. What I'm going to do, I can also have it border bottom width. All right, so you can see it's only putting the text alignment, the border below, and I can give it maybe 2. All right, you can see it's a straight line. Now all this is in this React document. Okay, most of the properties. So let me go, some of them belong to Android, others belong to iOS. Now for us, we're developing for Android, so I'm going to go back to my VueNative and we'll look at some of the few things. First of all, it provides props of auto correction. Now auto correction is on by default, it is true. If I disable it, okay, for example, if I type so you can see it has auto corrected it to big. All right, so it does the auto correction at times. There is auto capitalization. Now before I do this, I think let me make sure that I have the text to be wide a bit. So what I can do, I can add some other styling such as the font size. Okay, which I can make maybe 12. So let's check. All right, so if I type here, 12 is still a small font size. Let me make it 18. Okay, you can see it's bigger. Let me exaggerate it to 24. And then it's quite big. All right, so we have, let me press enter here. And then we'll look at, we also have other props like auto capitalization. We have the placeholder. Now here they type the it's placeholder text, but you only take placeholder. So placeholder, all right, and then it's equal to whatever you want to be the placeholder here. For example, I can type that this is a search area or search products here. And then you can see the placeholder is already in position. All right. So moving on through the React Native, we have very many that you can choose to use. However, some of them also don't work as such, but I'll go through a few. For example, we have the keyboard type. Okay, that one is also here in Vue Native. So we have the keyboard type. So I'll copy it as is here. All right. Then paste here. So there are different keyboard types, and I'll begin with the numeric. All right. So I've put it in the wrong position. It's supposed to be down here. Numeric. So if I come and test, you can see that it's bringing only numbers. Okay, but however you can change according to the keyboard that you want, but this will be the default. Then we have other keyboard types. We have the number pad. Okay, so let me use the number pad here and we see the difference. Still, if I place, right, so number pad is no different. Then we have one called font pad. Font pad. All right. So the font pad will be the numeric plus some letters, and then we have another. If I scroll down now, this is for Android. Okay, this will go across all platforms. Then this is for iOS only, and this is only for Android. So there is visible password. So this is what it will do. You get two keyboards, the numeric one, okay, on top, and then because you want to have numbers, a password can have numbers and alphas, so the alphanumeric keyboard. So we also have a limit where we want to limit the number of items that the number of characters that can be entered. So we have a vbind for something called max length. Okay, and that will equal to a number, let's say 7. So if I come here and then enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can see it can't go beyond the 7 characters that are provided. We also have something, let's say you want a password type. Okay, it is called so this is a max length. So a password type. So we have one also called secure entry text for the password, and this is either true or false. So I just need to put it like that. The moment I put it, that's already false, true. If I equate it to true, I may get an error, and that I can't tell why. But if I just save it like that, so whatever items, I'm going to reload because it is hanging there. So whatever characters that I enter, okay, I'll have to. All right, so let me I don't need to bind it. I think let me change the keyboard here, the keyboard to be default. Okay, so you can see, so whatever character I enter, it changes to the password. All right, so I had to save and refresh. I don't think I needed to change my keyboard. So let me do my keyboard again. Oh, the keyboard matters. Okay, I hadn't tested this before. The keyboard matters. So let me change to numeric and I say. Right, so I had not tested it, but the keyboard matters here. And that's one for providing a password kind of. Now, we can also have a background color for our a background color. Okay, this is capital, and then single quotes. Since it's inward styling, a background color for our item, I can make it white. You can see, or even gray. It depends on what you see. Gray. All right. I also talked about the color for the placeholder. So it's called, I think, placeholder color. Hope that is right. It won't give me an error. Okay, I'll take it from there and then paste it here. And then make it equal to, and make that a string. All right, it's called the placeholder. Placeholder text color. Okay, placeholder text color. All right, let's see what changes we have. So you can see it's working. So I was typing it the wrong way. So that's it for the text input. There are other things you can look through concerning the text input. For example, we have alignment. Let me see, where do I put that? Okay, here is text align. All right, so I'm going to put it in the props, not in the styling, and I equate it to center. I save and run the app again, and you can see that our text is typing from the center this time around. So that's it, I think, that I can provide for the input text. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, donating. Please visit my website. You can become a Patreon in any way you like. Let's get to the next video where we're going to look at the image background and also some other few properties that we left out during our image session when we were learning about images. That's it. Maybe one other thing I haven't talked about is padding. You have the ability to do some padding here. Now the field here can have a width. Okay, it can have a width, and I'm going to give it a width of 45. Okay, you can see what has changed. All I can make it into percentages. 45%. I guess that must be, you can see. You can also choose to have a height. Okay, a height, which can be maybe, give it, okay, instead of percentages, I'm going to give it a height of 34. Okay, I'm missing a comma, and that's accounting for the error, so 34 is less. Let me give it 45. Okay, so you can see the height changing, 67. All right, and also you have the right to change your text as you wish. So I'll give the length 100% because I want it to cover left and right. So you have other things that you can work on, but it's better that for the text to be for this field to be in the view, so that you do the margin for the view, okay, instead of doing something else. For example, I can put another view here and then I do a style margin for the view, because if I do a margin now, we're going to have something else. So a margin, let me exaggerate it to 34 and we see what we get. You can see what it's doing. If I do a padding, I won't almost see a difference. You can see, so what padding has done, it is padding the text inside. For example, if I do a padding of 14, okay, let me do an exaggerated 24. All right, so you can see it's padding the text inside. It is even chopping it. So that's it. Let's meet in the next video. So what I can do, I do a small padding. Let's meet in the next video where I'm going to talk about the background image. Thank you for watching this video. Let's meet in the next video.